UEFA Champions League draw came out today. Let's look at some of the pots. Some of these games have to be scripted. Just looking straight at it, like you see Real Madrid play Man City every year. They might as well be in the same league. And then Real Madrid away again at Anfield. Trent's return. I mean, come on. PSG Barca, literally, how many Barcelona fans? Porta literally came out and was talking about how they wanted to play PSG. Then they get them. Bayern Munich plays PSG. Champions League final a couple years ago. PSG Spurs just played in the Super Cup. So, not saying it's rigged, but, some of these fixtures you look at, it's like Inter has Arsenal at home again. Yeah, Chelsea Barca, that's a classic little European rivalry right there. But just looking at this, I mean, I think a lot of people will say that PSG has the toughest run. Not to say that they're going to get knocked out or anything, or it won't be a solid team, but a lot of these games are tricky, So they did get the benefit of the doubt that some of the trickier ones, like a Newcastle is at home. Atalanta, they get to play them at home. I think City's draw is pretty tough as well. Dortmund, probably the team you want at a pot one, especially at home. But Madrid away, not going to be an easy game. Villarreal, who have been cooking so far this year, going to be a tough away game too. Napoli, Conte, not an easy game. Galatasaray is another team that I just really did not want to see Arsenal get. Because I think, especially away, I think this team is going to be one of those teams that I think they'll make round of 16. Maybe not finish top 8, but I think they'll get a good draw. I have to look again at what their schedule is, what their opponents are. But that's a team I just don't want to play. When you have a striker like Osimhen, and you play in a place like Istanbul, it's such a tough game. And Liverpool get to go to Istanbul. Like the history there, it's very strange. Frankfurt too. I'm looking at them and I'm seeing even more, and it's so strange. But yeah. Outside of that, I would say all the draws are pretty good. Dortmund could have a tricky one. They didn't really get a lot of easy games. Like you kind of want the Kazakhstan team, Karabag, Paphos, teams like that. You want them, because not to say that any game in this competition is easy, but if you're gonna pick one that's the easiest, it's like the teams that are new, the teams that aren't from the smaller nations. Chelsea, I don't think got a favorable draw either. Napoli away, Conte's return, Atalanta away, Bayern Munich away, Barca. Out of the teams that got the easiest, I think Barca. I think PSG, Chelsea, tough games. Definitely winnable though. And then Newcastle away, tough game, but definitely winnable. And everyone in between. I'm not going to say that Club Brugge isn't a good team because they did cook in the qualification, but Barcelona are probably the second best team in the world. If you think PSG is the first, I think probably the best team in the world. I don't think they'll struggle. They only added to their attack. They're one of my favorites to win. They're probably my pick to win the UCL. So I think getting this group is just they're a staple for top 3 in the league phase. Pot 2. Let's see if we can pull this up. How do I get out of this? All right. Pot 2. My club, Arsenal. Touch up on them because that is my club, and I'm very happy with this draw. Actually, I really can't lie. Bayern Inter. I mean, there's definitely tough. I did not want to play Barca. I didn't want to play PSG really. Everyone else, it's fine. I think Bayern's definitely a winnable game. The defense can definitely get got at. Inter away is going to be another tough one, but I don't think I don't know how strong Inter's going to be this year. I really worry because their team is so old, and I think that they're kind of like a ticking time bomb where their team only is, it's at its peak right now. It's at 3 league titles in the last 4 years, or 5 years. 2 UCL finals, got smoked in the last one. I don't know. But I think it's definitely a winnable game, or at least a game where I see we can get a draw, because the San Siro was never an easy stadium to go to. Um, Outside of that, Atleti at home at least we don't have to go away to them, which is a blessing. That's gonna be Haram ball all day. It's gonna be a stinky game. I think Simeone is gonna come and stink the place out, and if they get an early goal, even if we get an early goal, Arteta might just stink out the game. Outside of that, Club Brugge away, tricky. I think we can get it done though. Olympiacos, Sparta Prague, the Kazakhstan team that I'm not even gonna bother pronouncing, and Athletic Club away is one you look at, and it's not one that you want, but I don't I, I don't think I don't think they're that good. I'm really not confident that they'll be like this like sleeper team, like the same way I look at a Galatasaray or a Napoli or even like Spurs. I think we can like Nico Williams, like who I guess like is their best player, for the most part, but definitely the most talented player right now. I think Timber can lock him up pretty easily, and this might come back to haunt me, but I'm after how we performed against Drona away too, just like with basically our bench and reserves. I'm not really too worried. I think we should be a staple for the top eight. As long as we are, I don't really care. That's all I'm really worried about. We're definitely gonna get through. You only needed 11 points to get in the top 24, and you needed 16 last year. I think we could pick up this little middle. Does it show my mouse? No. This from Bruges away to pot four at home. I think those are 4 wins. Um, that's 12 points right there, and you're telling me we can't pick up 4 points from Bilbao, Atleti, Inter, and Bayern Munich. Yeah, I think we could probably win one of them. So, yeah, looking at us, I think we're definitely on the easier side of the draw. I think Atalanta might have got an easier draw than us, other than PSG away, Chelsea at home. It's a beatable team. They could upset Chelsea, but everyone else, it's like, and you get Athletic Club at home. You get a lot of teams that like are going to be weaker this year. Marseille could be a sleeper team, Aubameyang and the other guy, and a team that did decent. Not in their first game, in their second game, I think they won 5-1 or 5-2. Yeah, I would say out of these teams, Club Brugge probably. Not Club Brugge. Atalanta and us probably got the easier schedules. When it comes to toughest schedules, I mean Frankfurt, Liverpool, Barca. I mean Napoli away and Galatasaray, two teams you want to avoid. Like I can't. I wouldn't pick them to win any of these games other than Karabag. It's really really unfortunate for a team like that to pick up a schedule like that. Benfica, another team I think got cooked. You got to go to Newcastle away. Juve away, not an easy game. Not an easy game. Even though Juve isn't once what they were. And I think Leverkusen at home is favorable. A team that I don't think will be that good. Squad that kind of got ripped apart, and now you have Ten Hag at the helm, and I don't even think he's won a game for them, including preseason. Definitely a team. I think Leverkusen definitely a team that will struggle in this. And their schedule isn't awful. It's a couple of like sleeper teams: PSV, Benfica, Villarreal, Newcastle. No real easy games. Even Copenhagen is a decent. They're a decent team. Not a team you really want to get. So yeah, a lot of good matchups here though. A lot of good games. I'm excited for. I'm excited to see how Athletic does against Liverpool because they have not started well. But if they can get into their rhythm, could be a very good game. Yeah. This is. I think I'm very happy with Arsenal's draw. I think we could have gotten a lot worse. Definitely could have gotten a lot worse. Move on to pot three. And the team that stands out for me is getting the luckiest fucking draw. They piss me off so much. Tottenham Hotspur. Dortmund at home. The game that everybody wants. You want that game. PSG away, not easy, but okay. Villarreal, a team I've already said is tricky. But then Frankfurt away. You played them last year. You beat them last year. Sparta Prague, Bodo Glimt, another team they beat last year. Copenhagen are tricky, but you get them at home. Monaco away. I don't know how good Monaco will be this season. Um, but Spurs, I think they got away with one here. I wouldn't be surprised if they get top 8. But the problem is you get a schedule like this, you get a light schedule, and you're a team that is not fully firing yet. I think they're doing very well right now, but we have to see how they get into the season a little bit further down, 5-10 games into the season. Wait till they play a Champions League game, wait till you see the schedule. If you fumble a draw like this, like, and don't get top 8, like Villa we saw get top 8 last year, even with a tough schedule. They beat Bayern Munich at home. It's demoralizing. It's very upsetting for a team, and it could kind of kill your momentum. Just glossing over some of the other teams here. PSV, no real easy games. I just look at them and I see 6 points, and like you can I can't guarantee teams like this to get 6 points, but Olympiacos and Union, the Belgian team, that's their best chance. Let's say you give them 6 points, you're gonna get out of the other 6 games. Are they gonna get 5 points? I don't see them getting good. They got points at Anfield last year, but did they go to Anfield? They got points against Liverpool last year, but that was Liverpool was already stapled for the top. They barely put anyone out really, and there's still a 3. It was still a tight game. I can't see them really beating a lot of these teams. I can't see them getting through really. St. James's Park is not an easy game. Just signed on the German boy for looks like around 90. Looks like that has to mean that Isak's going then if you're dropping that much money on a striker. But that's neither here nor there. Looking around at some of these other teams, Olympiacos tough. Ajax away, PSV at home. You get the double Dutch teams. Double Dutch. Sporting. Wow. Napoli away, Athletic Club away, Juventus away, Bayern Munich away. Though I don't see them winning a single away game. I don't know how strong they are this year. I think I saw they're getting a couple wins. The striker scoring a couple of goals. Everyone's taking the piss out of Gyökeres, but yeah, not easy. Even Bodo Glimt. Jeez Louise. Yeah. A lot of the lower teams I think are gonna struggle this year, but then there's some teams, the sleeper teams will really do well. Yeah. Move on to pot 4. Probably the bro. What? Oh my god. Okay. Posting all these freaking fixtures. All right, so pot 4. Out of the teams on here, Copenhagen, tough. Good draw for pot 4, but everything else, it's all the teams you really want to avoid. You don't want to get Barca away. You don't want to get Spurs away and Napoli. Yeah, that's probably the toughest schedule on here. Just looking at a quick glance, Atletico's isn't much easier. And oh my, I don't know how to say their name. Union, Inter, Atalanta, Marseille, Newcastle, like the whole. Ugh. That one might be harder. Just overall. Yeah, actually no, that has to be the toughest one. Jeez Louise. I didn't really look at these in depth. I really just looked at Arsenal's, but wow, tough schedules. I would say out of these draws, you know, I would say my sleeper teams I think will be very underrated this year in the Champions League, specifically Galatasaray, Spurs. As much as it pains me to say it, because they have such a good draw, they could be a team that gets very well positioned down the line and gets a better draw for the for the round of 16 and stuff. Not and I wouldn't be surprised if that team makes it all the way to a quarterfinal, but also wouldn't be surprised if that team gets knocked out in a round of I don't even the playoff round of 32 stage, just fumbling it because it's kind of a Tottenham way. Galatasaray, Spurs, Villarreal, I think will be a dangerous team this season. Looked very good against us in preseason. Those are probably my sleeper teams. Teams you don't expect to go away and go do crazy things in this competition. Um, Outside of that, Atalanta's draw is good. You know, they could be another team. I don't know how good they're going to be. I don't know if Lookman is 100% staying. I felt like this team did drop off a little bit last season compared to winning the Europa League and their season prior, but yeah, those are the teams that I would say probably have the best the not the best chance. The biggest sleepers, underdogs of this competition. If I'm gonna pick 8 teams as my top 8 in no specific order, I think Barca, I think Arsenal, I think. Well, I said Spurs could make it. Definitely, I would. I don't know if I would 100% put them in there. I think. Let's take a peek at Liverpool again. Liverpool, I think Liverpool's so good. I think they'll be fine. I think Liverpool might be another staple up there. Um, Inter with a lot of winnable games. A team that was up there last year. Another sleeper team could really be Chelsea, but I think a lot of people are high on them this year. Um, they have some tricky fixtures, but I think this team is deep enough where they can rotate and bring in other quality and players that have played in Europe and things of that sort. That could be another team that makes it. Bayern Munich, they were firing first day, but they look shaky in that cup game against the team whose name is slipping my mind. My biggest I don't know what the word would be, droppers. I would say teams that will kind of underperform. City, I could see definitely struggling. A lot of tricky games, no easy games. Bodo Glimt, Monaco away, or maybe you would say the easiest games. Maybe Bayer Leverkusen at home, they just smoked Ten Hag. Dortmund at home, but I still think none of these games are really really easy. PSG, if you consider that it's really the strength of their schedule. I don't think they've been firing as much as the season started, but this happened last year, and then they went on a crazy run, and they've showed that they don't need to be in the top 8 to win this competition. Yeah, those would probably be my teams to be the biggest droppers. So, prediction to win the Champions League, Barcelona's been my favorite since the season began, really. I think their team is so good. I thought they were the best team last year before getting knocked out by Inter in such a tough game, and will definitely give a PSG more of a run for their money. I think their attack is going to be so hard to stop. Rafinha is not doing as well as he was last season. I don't expect him to put up the same numbers and same performances, but maybe it's because he's playing in the 10. But Rashford as an option off the bench he's so dangerous. We saw him last year for Villa, just so dangerous. A player that still has a lot of ability, a player that a lot of people shit on. You know, it's easy to meme him, but he's not a bad player by any means, and he's definitely a player quality enough to play for Barcelona. Outside of that, Liverpool is another team with just so much attack. It's the teams with attacking power that really scare me in this competition. Madrid's like you always think, oh, Madrid Champions League, they always just find a way. I don't see it. I think I need to see more of Xabi Alonso. The picture in the bottom corner is getting me. I don't think Xabi Alonso is quite it yet. I think they need a number 9. I know, they have Mbappe. I don't think Mbappe is a 9. I don't think he's an out-and-out 9. He's a very complete. He's probably the most complete forward in the world right now. But I think as a 9, he's just not what you are really going to want. I think you kind of want more of a target man to pair up next to him. I don't think Vinny and him are good together. I think they're a little too similar with the runs in behind and taking people on and floating out to the left, but obviously Mbappe's the star. I mean, and if you think Vinny's the star, that's great for you. But Mbappe's Mbappe, dude. I don't. This guy's one of the best players in the world. Top 3 or 4 easily, easily. Argue with the wall if you don't think that. Outside of them, I don't. Bayern, I could see struggling with their defense, but It's also a team that I think will just get a lot of games done in the group stage. Just like a lot of winnable games here. They could go to Chelsea and beat them. They could also go to Chelsea and lose to them. But yeah, Barca's probably my favorite, followed by Liverpool. Very similar to last year. If you're gonna buy stock in a team, buy stock in Villarreal. And if you're gonna pick a team outside of the traditional teams you know what? If you're gonna pick a team to win their first Champions League, it's probably not Arsenal. I would pick Arsenal because I'm biased, but yeah, that's about all I have. Just wanted to talk about them, look at them for a little bit. Really, really interesting fixtures. Really excited for this Champions League. Can't wait to see the schedule. I think it comes out in September, so which is only a couple days away. But yeah, we'll be excited for that. See you guys in the next one.